Hello everybody, welcome to another course vlog. This particular course is Heart of America. I was all warmed up on the first tee and immediately sent one into the trees. So that was great. Went ahead and did the exact same thing with the next ball. I said this would be realistic golf, not good golf, so you guys just have to kind of take what you can get here. I just tried to laugh it off and see what I could do with the next shot. And as I prepared to hit my next shot, I just really thought, please don't lose another ball. And luckily I was able to send one up nice down the right side of the fairway and set myself up for a nice little wedge shot into the green. I'm not quite sure the distance here, but I know I had a 58 in my hand. And just tried to swing easy and see if I could put myself in a good position on the green, which I did. You will see here I have got my putter in my hand, the bane of my existence. This is another one where I thought, oh, I don't want to putt one-handed on the internet. That's freaking weird. So this round was played before my putting session afterwards, and when I decided I would go one-handed forever. So that first putt, I putted one-handed. I'm sorry, two-handed, and then switched to one, and obviously that ball just rolled a lot better one-handed, and I set myself up for a three putt, which I was fine with after that absolute shank of a first shot. And I stepped up to the second tee box with a driver in hand. Took some good practice swings, just trying to rotate and sit down. Use my hips and my body well, and proceeded to shank one left, duck hook left into the grass just short of the fairway. So I stepped up, hit another one, and that flew pretty well. I got a lucky bounce off the cart path here, and ended up just putting me in the fairway, an approach wedge in. I think this was done at 58, just under 100 yards or so, I believe, maybe shorter than that. And it looks like it ends close left, but it actually was kind of back right on the green there. So I, once again, figured I'd try to putt one-handed, and really rolled the ball pretty well, just didn't have the right line. And was able to kind of tap this in for a quick two putt. That puts me at a triple bogey for the first hole, and a bogey here, two shanks on the first one and three putt, a shank on the first one, and a two putt. This should be ending up a lot better for me. A nice little shot here. The shot tracer shoes a little bit left, but in reality it's a little more right than that, so I ended up on the right side of the green here. And like I said, should have been a nice little, that would have been a birdie putt there. And that's a tricky birdie putt. The green is pretty sloped, hit a little fast there, and I'm okay with missing that. This is a nice little tap in here that I should make, but as you'll notice, I've got two hands on it, so making it's just not in the cards. I come back, and you've already seen it. I think the key to watching me putt is knowing that if I have two hands on the putter, it's just not going in. So I tap this in one-handed and I move on. Little tidbit here I like: as I walk back, you can just see how disappointed I am. And I'm laughing at myself, and there's this big exhale of breath there. I think that just kind of summed up my thoughts pretty well. All right, first shot. That's not a shank. It's a little bit of a slice there at the end. I knew that ball was going to be lost, though, because of its position in the grass there. So I went ahead and grabbed a three and striped that straight up the fairway. It's a little bit more left than that shot tracer is showing, but I was still pretty happy with that shot. And here is my favorite moment of the day, I think. I found a random beer can on the fairway, and you can see I'm picking it up, and I'm smelling it because it's looking kind of light. I think it had rained a little bit that day, so it's probably about 90% beer, 10% water. But it went down the hatch easily enough, and kind of provided me the energy to move on and hit my next shot, which was this 58. I wish I remembered how far it was from the pin, but for the life of me, I can't. Just overshot the hole by about 10 feet or so. And here we go, back on the greens. This is a pretty easy putt distance-wise. It's a ways up there, but nothing that moves too much. I just put a little too much speed on it and put it just past the flag. You can see I'm pretty upset, throwing my hands up in the air, which is fine. I mean, that's part of golf, is you're going to have emotions and you're going to be upset. But you can see I'm telling myself, okay, one hand only here, no more two hand. Let's just put this close, and I immediately did. This is kind of, I think from here you'll see I put one hand only for the rest of the day, because I've just learned that two hands not going to work for me, and that's all right. Little 3-wood right off the right center here, and I was happy with this approach shot. I put myself in a pretty good position to make a nice chip here. I took a couple practice swings just trying to feel the speed of this chip, and as you can see, I decelerated a little bit. I wasn't super pleased with that. Pretty good speed on the ball there. I think that rolled well. I don't remember hitting that putt that well, but I'm happy with that watching it back on tape. Yeah, just a little tap in, and I think you can see I'm just gaining a little confidence as I kind of commit to one strategy on the greens. I had my first 5-iron left. I wasn't really happy with that, so I decided, well, why don't we just see what happens if we hit another shot? Because you're capable of hitting that 5 hybrid well. And sure enough, I had a second shot at it and hit that pretty nicely. As always, I decided to play that first shot. Took a couple practice swings, kind of thought through where I wanted this ball to go, and chunked it right off the tree. I mean, that's just golf for you. Sometimes you plan things and they just don't go according to plan. But I just walked up, smacked the ball a second time, and figured I could put a decent chip on it. So I walked up to this chip. I wanted to show that I had a 52 degree in my hand for some reason, but it's actually 50. I had it bent down a little bit. But I knew I was going to be able to commit to this shot, and you can see I accelerated well through the ball, and boom, it went in the hole. I was very pleased with that shot. I was surprised that I think that's the first chip in I've had in quite a while. So that was it was nice to, have a plan and execute it well. And for some reason, I thought the people on the internet wouldn't believe me, so I decided to walk it all the way to the hole here. And there it is, just kind of on the lip, in between the flag stick and the lip. This is the toughest hole of the day. This is hole 7. This first shot started off right. I thought it was more right than it did. It must have taken a crazy kick here, because when I walked down to the fairway, I ended up being right smack dab middle of the fairway. I double checked it was my ball. I genuinely don't have any idea how it ended up there, but sometimes I guess it's good to get lucky. And hit a 5-iron into the green. Pretty good shot on that one. I was happy with the distance and was a little right, which was fine. Left me with another chip opportunity, and you can see I'm nervous here because I just chipped in. And I'm thinking, okay, well, can you do that again? So you'll see here that I just flopped it up to the right. It wasn't terrible, but it certainly was not as good as my previous chip. And that leaves me with a quick putt here. As you can hear, I've left the noise on in this green. I just am kind of experimenting with sound levels still, trying to figure out exactly what's gonna work for me. I kind of like the background noise, but sometimes if you're close to the roadway, all you're hearing is cars. So this is a green where the sound levels kind of work nicely to leave in a little bit of background noise for. And that left me with a little tap in for par here. a lot of times people want to try to birdie par fives, but this is a difficult enough hole that I was just happy to escape with a par here. And here we've got my favorite hole of the day. Number eight's a par three, 136, which is just about exactly what my pitching wedge. So I always love this hole. It's nice and open. Those two trees are far enough apart that you can try to shape the ball in. And I ended up putting a pretty nice shot on this one. Left it a little bit short, a little right, which is fine. The pin's towards the back, and I maybe could have hit a 9 iron, but I find that when I do hit that 9 iron, I blow it past the end of that hole pretty regularly. So I had a quick little tap in here. I was really happy with this putt just because the speed of it was really pretty decent. And all I had to do was real quick walk up and tap this one in. And of course I missed. I'm watching this back through afterwards and I completely forgot I missed that shot. And this is by far one of the best drives I've hit in the last couple months. I just tried to focus on getting that right shoulder underneath me and swinging like it was a wedge, and for some reason I got a hold of that one, at least 280 or so, and left myself a pretty good wedge shot in, which I promptly hit about 5 feet, 10 feet past the hole there, which is I was fine with. And that just about wraps it up for the day. Had a nice speed on this last putt here, which I put close to the pin, tapped in the next shot, and that left me +9 for the day, which +9 isn't terrible, especially considering I shanked those first two off the first tee box. All in all, not a terrible round of golf, not my best, not my worst, and pretty good starting point. And I think that's just about going to do it for me today, guys. To everyone who tuned in, thank you very much, and like or subscribe or whatever the hell you're supposed to say at the end of a YouTube video.